Hello and welcome back to another TEKDEP tutorial. My name is Nicholas and today we are going back in time to when Apple made a computer that a lot of people called the trash can. We're going to be doing a full disassembly on the A1481 Mac Pro, which, as you'll see after today, surprisingly still holds up in today's market. So we're going to go through the entire disassembly from taking off the outer case to disassembling the Intel processor that is inside of it, and we're going to show you from start to finish, so definitely stick around. Let's get started. So to start disassembling this unit, it actually has a lock button right over here on the side that takes off the outer shell. It'll have a signal on it, and you just click it to the side to unlock, and then pull on the top, and that takes off the outer shell. We'll kind of go through what we see here on one of our side cameras. So as you can see here, we have the SSD mount on the back of one of the logic boards. There's another board right here on the back as well. And then on two sides of the boards, there are two separate slots for more RAM. You can get up to 128 gigabytes of RAM in this, so it is a pretty beefy unit, as well as the back I/O plate that has the charging port, the power button, and the Bluetooth on the other side as well. Take off the RAM, it's actually pretty simple. You just go ahead and flip out this button here, and then that will release the mechanism, and then you just simply pull them. To put them back in, you just slide them in and then push, and that will lock it up. We'll start now by taking off the SSD, just because it is the most accessible part to get out first. It's just going to be a Phillips head screw on the side. And you just slide it right off like so. And then there are these support brackets along the side that you can kind of see here. They will have a Torx screw, so make sure to grab your TEKDEP screwdriver, which you can find on our website. Have 145 different bits, and yes, the Torx screw is part of that. So you'll go ahead and grab, I believe this one is a T10, and go ahead and unscrew these. Then this back plate over here has 4 screws holding it down as well. Now with those taken off, we should be able to release the top plate, which is going to be connect the main fan. This main fan is going to have a couple of connections that we will have to take out. So on this side, there is a connection directly to the board, as well as a connection that is to the Bluetooth over here. And you'll just get under that with a pry tool. And then underneath, there are 2 Torx screws that we are going to go ahead and undo. This one is a smaller torque, so probably about a torque 8. And then it should just have a little clip that you're able to knock off with your pry tool. And that disconnects the main fan. All right, and with that undone, there are a few other connections here that we will be taking off. But first, what we're going to do is flip it upside down, because we are going to take off the bottom now. And the same thing, but once you have all of that taken off, you just take off the bottom dust cover. And this bottom plate is what controls the different side connections that you can see here with this port that is holding it all together. So all we need to do is undo these clips, and then we will be taking off this bottom plate, which has a couple of Torx screwdrivers. So we'll go ahead and take our pry tool, get under the plate, slowly on both sides. There we go. And then we'll move on to the next one. And then after these two are removed, we can take off the top two Torx screws before then moving to the back plate and removing it from there. These ones are going to be the same, so T8 should do it. And then you can gently, because on the bottom of this right here is actually the PCIe slot that connects the graphics card to the main chip. It's actually, the adapter is going to be on the very bottom. So that's why this one is going to require a bit of force. And boom, right there is the PCIe. Over here is the adapter and connector. But with that off, we can then remove this plate here, which is just doing the same thing, connecting this bottom plate as the hub to the actual power supply and the back plate. And there we go. You have removed the hub and PCIe adapter. And with that, we should be able to remove this back plate, which is connecting the actual power cable, which is over here on the end, with the power supply. It's going to have like a little clip. Should just undo like so. Now we're going to take off both of these side logic boards. So starting with this one here and then moving on to the other one. To take these off, there are a couple of Torx screws down at the bottom, as well as these for here in the middle. These ones are actually specialized. They are a T8H because inside of the middle, there's a little hole which goes into the middle of this one. So that's good. If you have the TEKDEP screwdriver kit, it will have the connection for this one. Then while we're at it, we can also move to this other one and get the two on this side as well. Then we'll go back to our T10. And we're going to go at a diagonal with these so we don't put too much pressure on the board itself when we're unscrewing it. After you've unscrewed everything there, you are able to gently pry it back. It does have heatsink and thermal paste on the other side. So just a tiny little pry should undo this being the GPU from the front. And we'll go ahead and safely put this to the side. Right here's the thermal components. And then go back to the other side. These screws here that we took out first are also related to the back plate over here. So they will be coming out after we take off these two side plates. Once you're done with that, same thing. We're going to gently pry it forward to remove it from the thermal component that is on the other side. There we go. and you go ahead and remove that portion as well. Now with those two removed, you have freed up the cables down here, which are related to this back portion. Now that you've freed up the portion there after we've taken those off, we are now able to go ahead and undo these two torque screws down here at the bottom, which are down to a torque 8 again. And then what you're going to do is go ahead and put it over on its side like so, and undo the mount for the RAM, and then you can fold it back like this. And then you will go ahead and undo these torque screws that are holding down the Intel processor. With those four off, you can now remove the case and heatsink from the Intel processor. And there you go. You can take apart this logic board, and inside of it has the full Intel CPU. Put that to the side. Take the heatsink and put that to the side as well. And then the final step, and to remove the power supply from the actual I/O backplate, you're just going to need a T8 screwdriver. You're going to go ahead and get as close as possible to the edge here. It should require a little bit of force, but you will be able to go ahead and remove it. And same with the other side. And with all of that off, all you need to do is simply lift it up very gently and then undo the two flex cables down below with your pry tool. And you remove it directly from the connector. And that leaves the back I/O plate, as well as this last flex cable too. Then the last step, just to remove it from the back plate, is simply pull directly forward. There's going to be not only this down here, pull tab, which we're going to go ahead and take off. First, what we can do is remove this tiny flex cable down at the bottom by pushing up the hatch and pulling it out directly. And then here in the middle, there's a little push tab, which will go ahead and apply pressure. and then pull out directly. And after all of that, you can finally get to the speaker, which might be the hardest part of the computer to take out. And after the screws are removed, you can take your pry tool and remove the speaker from the unit. And last but not least, there is the Bluetooth antenna on the back, as well as the power connector. Both are torque screws as well. This one's going to have 4. And that removes the power connector. And the Bluetooth. And the last thing to take off is just the audio I/O. And that's it. You have successfully uninstalled everything of importance on the MacBook 1481, commonly referred to as a trash can, although this is a strong and powerful computer that even kind of holds up in today's standards. For specific repairs, we will have a few videos which we'll have linked, but if there's something specific that you would like a bit more clarity on, please feel free to leave it in the comment section down below and we can get to it. But in the event that you have taken this down completely or have thought about it and you do not want to go through with it, that is completely fine. We have a mail-in repair service and we handle certain computers like this all the time. So feel free to get it sent in to us. You can go onto our website down below and go to the mail-in repair form, fill out all the information and then what you need repaired, and then we'll send you a quote and get all of that sorted as quick as possible. But with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. If you did like the video, feel free to leave a like. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, because we are hoping to get this content out to you so we can continue helping you learn how to repair these certain computers and follow along in this journey with us. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.